This is Verified Idiot, and Verified Idiot wants to build a Confessor from scratch, but it's not going to be easy. Alright, welcome back. So the very first thing I'm actually going to do is start moving. And I'm going to move over to Corvette Prime. I think it has the dash mark. Yes, it does. The purpose for this is I've already picked out a potential low-sec home, and so I want to be closer to that low-sec home for once I get a frigate. So I'm just going to undock and start flying. Also, in the meantime, since the last episode, 8 skills have trained. Okay, so we're halfway through the travel route, and I just threw some more skills onto the training queue. So stuff for armor, like right now, working towards unlocking armor repairers and upgrading them. Just getting an extra drone, because I think one of the ships I want to fly will be able to put out 2 drones. Of course, some engineering skills to improve fitting and capacitor. Capacitor especially, because laser turrets are super energy intensive. And then also some navigation skills to increase agility, speed, and of course the capacitor usage of afterburners and micro warp drives. This is a pretty hefty amount of skills, but it'll add up and it'll help a lot. So I'm just going to let that go. We're 2 jumps away from Corvette Prime, where I plan on setting up, and I'm going to reposition my prop mod there. So the primary goal for this episode is going to be gearing up the Corvette further, getting 2 of the same frequency crystal for my Corvette, and of course working towards the ISK towards a frigate. So we're just coincidentally passing through a trade hub, but for the run, trade hubs aren't all that useful. So what the impact this does have, though, is increased traffic because I'm close by. So increased competition for any kinds of PvE. We're gonna quickly look at Dotland now. Alright, so looking at Dotland, I am now here in Corvette. I picked this system again because it's closer towards the low-sec area I want to live in. And it's got a refinery and a factory to work with, so I can reprocess and, of course, build. There's also some lower security high sec around, like these .6s, which will have good belts. And so this should hopefully be a good place to build up my ISK and eventually get an executioner blueprint. Alright, so back in game, I have docked here in Corvette, the Ishukone Corporation factory, because of course, industry. And so the first thing I'm actually going to do here is select home station and set this as my home station. This way, I can easily death clone to get back here for all my stuff. And the very next thing I want to do is we're gonna, I think it's under encounters. Is it? No. Exploration then. Combat anomalies. So last video I tried doing belts to little success, and so I want to look for a hideaway or a burrow. I don't think I can take a refuge. I probably can't take a burrow either, but it's worth trying. So it doesn't look like there's anything around here. I mean, drone cluster. Hideaway, I think, is a starter system, so any anomalies in there aren't good. Anya might have it. I guess I'm not seeing any hideaways, which is unfortunate. Maybe I jump over to Leva and see if I can take the belt rats in a .6. They should drop loot more often, maybe spawn more frequently. Alright, so if I want to get my own small armor repairer 1, which I do, it'll be 200,000 ISK. However, I might put this off until after I get the Executioner blueprint, because 200,000 ISK is a pretty good chunk of ISK, and I would be able to easily get that at the Executioner. So whether or not I get this before or after the Executioner blueprint is going to come down to whether or not I get an armor repairer as a drop, or other suitable means of tanking the rats. We'll see. Alright, here in Leva, first belt is a go. Alright, first belt, and we immediately have rats at 9,000 ISK apiece. These are some of the more dangerous rats we've seen so far. And I think I want to go off the gamma range, which is... no, it's X-ray. So let's see. Oh, so this is our first bit of E-War, is Tracking Disruption. Tracking Disruption, most of you will know this, is one of the two types of E-War Blood Raiders like to use. The other one being Energy Neutralizers. And wow, they are hitting hard. I mean, I should be able to kill at least one of them before having to warp out. The Tracking Disruption is making it pretty hard to land hits, though. But it'll get lessened as soon as one of them dies. So the rats in a 0.6 might be a little tough. So we're going to go kill this one next. The upside to these Tech 1 frequency crystals is they never run out of ammo, or degrade rather, which means I can kind of just start burning them while out of range, assuming cap stability, which I'm pretty sure I am cap stable. Yeah. Hold on, simulate. Yep. Okay, we're starting to kill it. So the E-War did... oh no, it dropped its E-War. Okay. So, got about 4 kilometers? Yeah, 4 kilometers of range on the Gamma. And we've almost killed our first set of rats in this 0.6. Okay, that's beautiful. One drone, and of course another Gamma, which is the superior crystal to X-ray. It's 14 versus 12. Alright, well, I also can't use it anyways. I need light drone operation, which is 97,000 ISK if I just inject it. But you can usually... now I wanted to view market details, not just make a buy order. There are usually NPCs that... not the Hornet itself, the skill. There are usually NPCs that'll sell skills in stations for cheaper than what you can inject them for. So right here, 75,000 ISK, and I can get light drone operation. And I can tell it's an NPC because, again, the expiration date is around a year. So I guess I'm going to save up 75,000 ISK and unlock the usage of that Hornet. And that will greatly increase my DPS for these rats. And I just realized I haven't been naming my ships at all. Or, rather, ship. So I'm just going to make a quick little video game reference. And on the topic of names... when Bill got his first drone in the Corvette, I'm pretty sure he named it Horatio. So I think my drone deserves a name too. And so, going in theme with the Corvette name, I'm going to name it Zote the Mighty. This is Zote the Mighty, and he will eventually be in space. Let's go get the ISK so we can field him. Alright, this is huge. That is my armor repairer, so I do not need to spend 200,000 disc on an armor repairer blueprint. I am going to go fit this. I am almost certainly not going to be cap stable with it though, so I'm going to have to pulse my reps. Alright, we're in the station and I just got my first bounty tick. 81,000 disc. So, first, I am going to fit my armor repairer. And yeah, depletes in 22 seconds. Alright, so, if I need to tank, I can turn that off and get 45 seconds. What if I turn the prop off? A minute. So it's really hard to keep this going then. I'll manage it on the executioner, but here, that's brutal. So I'm going to pulse it as I need it. The next thing is light drone operation. I now have the ISK for it, and the nearest book is 2 jumps away. I'm going to buy it from an NPC for 75,000 ISK. And can I remote inject? I don't think so. No. Okay, so I'm going to set destination and jump over there and inject it and then jump back. We are now on the NPC station, and I have light drone operation. So I'm just going to inject the skill, dismiss the notification, we go over to drones, I'm going to put it in. In 9 minutes, I will be able to take Zote the Mighty and put him on the grid, and he will get the kill stuff with us. Since I have him, I'm going to put some skills in the queue to buff his damage as well. Not all the way, I'll get him up to level 4. Now, we need to go back. Alright, we're back in Leva. Let the belt ratting resume. here, and another Hornet. So I've got Zote the Mighty, and then I have a different Hornet. Interesting. You know what, since I named the first drone Zote the Mighty, I don't think I have a choice but to name the second one Grey Prince Zote. It's a strange reference for some of you, but for those of you who have played Hollowknight, you'll get it. And the Upholder. Ooh ho ho ho! Dual afocal pulse mazer. I don't know why they call it a mazer instead of a laser. Maybe it's a typo. Either way, it is going to be better than one of my current guns. Oh, here we go, another hauler spawn. I think this time I'm going to go for the hauler right away. That might be a mistake. The diviner might warrant my immediate attention, but I'm going to try and go for that bounty and the minerals. Okay, the collector is disrupting me. Okay, diviner next. I got the hauler kill. I think I'm going to sit here and loot the wreck for a second before going. And now go. Alright, beautiful. 50,000 titanium. 500 M3. I guess I can do it. It's going to be a few trips, so Nisha is the system in question. And I need to take this all to Corzor Prime. Alright, let's begin hauling. 50,000 titanium's actually quite a bit. It's more than what I need for the Executioner. And I was definitely going to get the titanium I needed for the Executioner anyways from the modules I was looting. I guess it's not going to be too much of a concern. The Isogen's probably going to be the bottleneck. If that happens, I'll take a Corvette into low sec and just mine. Alright, I've hauled most of the titanium, but I've seen an opportunity. I look under anomalies. There is currently a blood hideaway in system. I can run this. This would be my first hideaway ever, and all I see on D-scan within range of the anomaly is a zealot and a porpoise. So let's just hope the zealot's not running it. I am fairly certain I can actually run this because a hideaway is the easiest anomaly in the game. And I'm even more convinced after looking at the bounties on these two. 3,000 disc is kind of sad. So I think I'll put the drone on the follower and I'll go for the warshipper. Oh, wow. Okay. The drone that does 8 DPS almost 3 shots it. And loot actually dropped on one point. Alright. Now, while the spawns might individually be weaker and there's less loot, the advantage is that they're all just right here, constantly going one after the other, and so I can get higher ISK an hour compared to the belts. Granted, the ISK an hour isn't going to be much here because it's still a hideaway and it's not going to last that long either. Still something. It's still a good chunk of ISK for this stage. And that looks like that was the entire site. So, a smart bomb and an armor plate. I wonder if I can fit the armor plate. Smart bomb's gonna be... I can get a Zydrine out of the smart bomb. There's 2 units. I'm going to get at least 1 from reprocessing. I mean, it's 100 MN steel plate too, so... or tungsten plate. So I should be able to fit it. But I'm gonna reprocess that smart bomb and see if it gives me Zydrine. Alright, first up... Can I fit the armor plate? Yes, I can. Alright, it's not going to increase my hit points by much, but it does do something, so... Oh, it even gives you structure HP, alright, but 250 extra armor hit points. That's nice. I move these 2 over, and then reprocess the smart bomb. 0 total. Why is it 2 not recoverable? So I have 30% here. Why do I have 30% here? Hold up. Some stations are 30% reprocessing, some are 50. Let's pick a different station that has 50. Like right here, this has reprocessing. Doesn't have industry, which is why I didn't initially pick that for my home, but if I have to reprocess some in a different station, that's kind of annoying. Let's see if this one's 50%. Because I really want that Zydrine. So if I remember right, the multi-frequency was 1 Zydrine. And so I'd need to obtain 2 total for the full set. Yeah, 1 Zydrine per crystal. This one's 50%. And yep, I get a single Zydring here. Alright. Alright, it's not that urgent that I get the rest of the Tritanium, so I think I'm going to leave the rest of the hauler spawn be. And I'm just going to resume killing NPCs. So there's no anomalies here. Since that Hideaway spawned, there might be another. There's a Sangsha Hideaway in a Mar. That might be getting run, though. I cannot run White Storms. We're going to jump into Semi. I'm going to attempt both the Burrows and the Hideaways. I'm going to start with the Hideaways. That was several belts worth. Multi-frequency! Ho ho ho! I'd say that has been in a very successful run of ratting. The hideaways were definitely worth doing. My last tick was around 171,000 disc. And in total, I'm up to 370,000 disc now. That was very successful. Also, I successfully got my first multi-frequency crystal as loot, as well as a new gun to put it in, and a few new modules. The loot has finally started turning up here, especially with this mining laser, which will be very good for the future, for collecting some ores I may need, like moon ores. And that has been a great run. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. And don't forget to join Building a Cinnaball's in-game chat channel, Corvette to Cinnaball, as well as his Discord, with a link in the description. Thank you for watching.